I am Professor Vinster, and welcome to Jurplastic World.
Okie dokie. You ready? Okay. Mrs. Vinster here from Jurplastic World. I'm going to prime up Donkey Kong. Doesn't mean I'm going to start painting him, just means I'm going to prime him up. So what I've got here is some white, just plain acrylic white. And I've added a couple drops of the glass cleaner. Really helps to stir it up and gets it a little less thick, not as thick. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so then you just want to get an even coat. One coat, even coat. Most important, let it dry thoroughly once you're finished with the priming. Okay. And you just do that. I find it makes it a lot easier. Yeah, you want to get it even. Makes it a lot easier to paint. That depending on the PLA that was used and or the different color kinds of filament that the professor uses when he prints these, depends whether the paint sucks into it. Like, then you get more. That's where you end up getting more of that. But I find once you get the coat of white on, it doesn't soak up as much paint, so you're not doing as many coats. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, next time. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Next time, the professor just had a bright idea. That on the turnabout thingy, put some double-sided tape on it and then stick them to the middle of it, and then I could just twirl them around. Oh, there's a little glob I see. Okay, good. Take the brush in there and give it a little. There we go. Okay. There. Okay, so that's Donkey Kong. So I think I'll take a quick break and I'll be back and do Toad because I got enough white paint here. All right. Mrs. Vinster here. Jurplastic World. Yes, I'm all geared up. I've got my painting glasses on, and we're started Donkey Kong. Don't worry, those who thought I was going to do Toad first or wanted me to do Toad first. I'm still going to do a video on Toad after we do Donkey Kong. But I had the paint already mixed, and it was starting to dry out a tiny bit. So I didn't want it to get any drier before I started to use it. So I got his feet done, his hands are done, and I'm just doing his face here. And I was just pondering, does he have hair on the back of his ears, or is it just the same color as the front of the ears? I don't know that. Behind me, I have on the computer some more pictures of Donkey Kong. Let me just put him down careful. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I printed off a reference picture, mostly for the barrel, not exactly for Donkey Kong himself. Okay, so we will continue on. All right, that's a cut. That's a wrap. Cut, wrap, cut. Mrs. Vinster here from Jurplastic World. I've got Donkey Kong and he's all finished. I can pull him back. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is a brief thank you so much for watching. And if during the taping, it was like 4 hours of taping. So it's been condensed down to time lapse, so that you can see the whole process. And that now, if there's any point of it or part that you feel you'd like to see something more in detail, put it down in the comments. We love to hear the comments, and we always answer back. And here he is again. All finished, and then we'll just do a little turnaround because I really like the barrel. The barrel's really, really cool. Yeah, there he is. That's Donkey Kong. And if you'd like us to do more, I want to say creatures, more characters, then also in the comments. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Okay.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.